And if you watch college football, he was dominant there. And if you watch the NFL, man, that group the Niners have up front, something special to watch. And, oh, yeah, by the way, what he does off the field matches or maybe even supersedes what he does on the field. He's Arik Armstead. He joins us here on the Doug Gottlieb Show on Fox Sports Radio. I talked to Debo yesterday. We talked to Christian yesterday. It's tough because I'm sure you guys feel like you should be here. What is it like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks after?
Yeah, I had a little time to decompress. And, I definitely feel like, we could have been here, but it's tough when the circumstances were what they were. And so, I've had some time to kind of let it settle in, and, sometimes things just don't go your way. But, I love my team. I'm really proud of what we did this year, and we'll be back.
It's a great way of saying it and expressing it, right? Like if this is the toughest thing that happens in your life, that you don't get to a Super Bowl because all your quarterbacks get hurt, like you have a pretty good life, right? Especially with the kids that you're dealing with and trying to help, with your charity.
Mm-hmm.
That said, man, it was trending in a way in which it felt even early in the game when you didn't know the quarterback situation was bad, their offense was kind of discombobulated.
Yeah.
And they're an offense that jumps on people early. Outside of just being awesome, what were you guys able to do? What is the secret to slowing especially their run game early down?
Yeah, so with the Eagles, they're so good because you have the threat of the QB's on read with Jalen Hurts. You also have the RPO off of that, and also their run game. So it's three different looks out of one play, and they can do any of the three options, and that's how they create explosives. If you give up some run yards and you start playing the box a little heavier, then they're going to pull it on the RPO. If you're not on your rules and you're not executing, then Jalen's going to pull the ball and run for easy yards. And if you're not playing physical up front, they're going to get some yards in the run game. So their offense is plays so well off each other. That's why they're very tough. But if you're on those things, which is all about execution, then I feel like you can have a pretty good day against them.
Halftime, when you guys are trying to figure it out, and obviously, Josh was still healthy at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
What was it like though on the defensive side? Because you had played so well, and then the turnovers were really what allowed them to get the lead.
Yeah, we played well, but we still didn't feel like we were playing to our standard. There was things we needed to clean up. So, and at halftime, it was really, we put it on us. Like, hey, it's going to have to be us. We're going to have to get some turnovers. We're going to have, they got turnovers. So, the responsibility is on us to go get some too to change the game and, continue to play, good defense regardless of the circumstances. So that's what we were talking about, and that's what we went out there and tried to do.
Yeah. You're the nominee for the Niners for the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award, which, of course, is presented by Nationwide.
Mm-hmm.
Just your story in what you do, especially helping kids in juvenile detention centers in Northern California. Where does that come from? Why do you do what you do?
Well, it was a growth and maturation process for sure. I started with just a free football camp, and then I always had this burning desire to do more. Didn't feel like I was doing enough for my city and impacting lives, and so it continued to grow from there. I sat down and thought about how I wanted to create change and have impact, and education equity I felt was key. I feel we talk about the American dream often in this country, and that dream is not afforded to a lot of people, and it's not because they don't have the ability. It's because they don't have the opportunity and the resources needed.
Couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah,
the greatest inequality in the United States, I don't believe, is based upon race. This is just me ranting. It's the socioeconomic. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have money, you don't have a great school. You don't have a great background in that school, and even if you have two-parent homes, they're working so much just to make ends meet that they're not able to support you in your academic. Like the education inequality is so great, and that's That's the real playing field equalizer.
100%. And I feel education inequality, if we're able to solve that, it goes into every other inequality, we see in our society.
Agreed.
I think that if we're able to provide these opportunities and resources and for disadvantaged students, I don't feel like we're ever going to function fully as a society until everyone can be involved.
So you have this idea. How did you take action? Like, who do you call? How do you start it?
Yeah, so I had some people around me, and it was like, what do I do? This is what I want to do, and it just started with I took some kids to there was this cool place in Sacramento called the Imaginarium.
Yeah,
and so I took the 300 kids to the Imaginarium.
300 kids from where?
From Sacramento who live in housing projects in Sacramento. So I took them to the Imaginarium, and they became published authors. It was a field trip. And they were able to create ideas and write them down, and they became authors. They made books, and so that was one of the first things that I did. And then in 2019, I officially launched my nonprofit, and we created the Armstead Academy, which was tutoring, homework help every day after school, a STEM program, college and career exploration, and we're continuing to grow and do more and more. And I'm really excited about the future. I want to make this sustainable. A lot of times I see that I want this to be long-lasting after I'm done playing, and so I want it to be sustainable and build it out the right way to where it has impacts for decades and generations. So,
I mean, you play a position in a sport where grown men are assaulting each other, right? It's incredible physicality, and yet here you are, doing these incredible good works. What's it like to turn on and off that switch of aggression and energy into, being empathetic and thoughtful and helping these kids get to a better place? Like, that's a really interesting, complete dichotomy, if you will.
Yeah, I think they're both inside of me. My parents instilled in me compassion and love for others at a young age, and I think that's what the world need more of. And when I'm on the football field, I gotta go do my job and dominate people. So it just comes natural to me.
When Trent and the fellas, when they got the big what's the DJ's name with
DJ Cray?
Yeah,
Nick Cray.
Yeah. So DJ Cray's walking out. Where are you? You up front with those guys, or are you in the back just kind of laughing and enjoying their vibe?
I'm enjoying their vibe. It's fun. I'll be kind of in the front sometimes. So I can get a better view, but no, those guys be vibing out. It'd be a lot of fun. But
you see how everybody's copying you guys now, right?
Yeah. Well,
like the Pelicans are copying you guys.
For real?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I seen the Jaguars because Arden Key he was with us last year, and I know he took it over there and kind of changed their culture. So, but it's fun. We have fun with it.
Okay. Who plays quarterback for the Niners next year?
That's a good question. I think it'll be. I think we're in a great position with two guys I believe we can win with. A couple guys I believe we can win with. I think we showed that this year that we can win with a lot of different options there. So I think it'll be a battle. I don't know what they have planned. Also, guys, they're none of them are healthy right now, so that's going to come into play.
I don't even know,
too.
who even obviously Trey could be healthy maybe for OTAs, but even that, he's not going to take every rep. It's a really fascinating situation.
Yeah, it is, and we've had some fascinating situations over. I've been on the Niners for 8 years now, going on 9. It's been some stuff we had to deal with.
How likely is D'Amico to be successful?
I think he would be tremendously successful. I think his consistency, his leadership, and his ability for guys to want to play for him and corral around him will be tremendously helpful for that organization. And I think they need a guy like him.
If you were to win the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, what would it mean to not just you, but probably your folks? It would probably mean an incredible amount.
Yeah, I think it would mean a lot to. I think it would mean a lot to a lot of people. I feel a lot of people are on this journey, with me. A lot of people impacting my life in a positive way. And that's the same thing I try to do. And so I know a lot of people from Sacramento would be happy. I know a lot of people who have been supporters of the organization, supporters of me, fans of me, will be extremely happy, and it'll be a huge honor, and I'll be happy as well. And I have 2 daughters now, and I hope that when they grow up, that they're proud of me.
Sacktown's finest, Arik Armstead,
Yes, sir.
The Walter Payton Man of the Year of the San Francisco 49ers, and we'll find out Super Bowl Sunday if he's for the entire league. Thanks so much for joining us.
Appreciate you.